When you're in the transport business, one of the biggest headaches isn't always the traffic, it's the paper. We're talking about those little fuel slips, or Parchis. Today, we're going to break down Diesel Parchi, a digital system that's designed to make that whole headache just disappear.
So, if you're running a fleet, I bet this question hits pretty close to home, right? That constant chase, trying to keep track of all those tiny pieces of paper that represent one of your biggest expenses.
Let's just be real for a second. The old paper way of doing things is a complete mess. You've got slips that vanish into thin air, that constant worry in the back of your mind about fuel theft, and then the month-end accounting. Ugh, it's a system that's practically screaming for an upgrade.
All right, so let's really dig into that. What exactly are the problems we're talking about with this old-school paper Parchi system?
Think about the day-to-day reality of it. Slips get lost in the truck cabin, they get wet, they become totally unreadable. There's a huge risk of fraud because, well, how do you verify anything? You have absolutely no way of seeing your fuel costs in real time. And that month-end reconciliation, it's a nightmare of manually matching every single slip. You're basically flying blind.
So okay, that's the problem. But what's the fix? Let's switch gears and talk about the solution. A completely digital system built to solve all of this.
And that solution is Diesel Parchi. The whole idea is really simple. It's a fast, secure app that takes that entire fuel request process and makes it digital. It's all about putting control back where it belongs, in your hands, letting you manage everything right from your phone.
Okay, so how does this thing actually work? How do you connect the office to a fuel pump that could be hundreds of miles away without a single piece of paper? Let's walk through it.
The real magic is how it connects two key people. On one side, you have the transporter, sitting in their office, creating and approving a fuel request. And on the other side, you've got the fuel pump operator, who gets that request instantly on a simple mobile app. It's like a direct, real-time link between the office and the highway.
So, it all kicks off back at the main office. The transporter is just doing their normal thing, setting up a new trip. And as part of that, they create a fuel advance. They pop in the vehicle number, the driver, the exact amount. It all happens right inside the management software they're already using.
Now, once that advance is ready, here's the game-changing part. It's just one click. One click and that request is approved and zapped digitally and securely over to the fuel pump. Think about what didn't happen. No paper was printed, no phone calls were made. It just went.
And this is what the person on the other end sees. The fuel pump operator just logs into their app and boom, there it is. The new request from the transporter is sitting right there on their dashboard, ready to go. It's completely instant.
Okay, the process is clearly slick, but what does that actually mean for your business, for your bottom line? Let's talk about the real-world advantages you get by going digital. It really boils down to 4 huge wins. 1, you go totally paperless. 2, you stop fraud cold in its tracks with secure verification. 3, accounting suddenly becomes the easiest part of your month. And 4, you get total control, seeing everything that's happening on one simple dashboard.
So let's zoom in on that stop fraud benefit, because this is huge. How does it work? Well, the system sends a unique one-time code, an OTP, straight to the driver's phone. To get that fuel, the driver has to show that code to the operator at the pump. It's a simple step, but it's an incredibly powerful layer of security that makes sure the right fuel goes in the right truck every single time.
And remember that accounting headache we talked about? Yeah, that's gone. As you can see here, you can just filter by date, type in an email address, and send a detailed report for reconciliation. A job that used to take hours of painful manual work is now, well, it's just a click. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but it must be a total nightmare to set up, right? Well, actually, no. The whole system was designed to get you up and running with as little friction as possible. Getting started is really just 3 straightforward steps. First, the accounts for your company and your go-to fuel pumps are created. Second, the system gets linked up with the transport software you're already using. And third, you just go live. You're ready to start sending and receiving digital fuel requests. It's really that simple.
When you boil it all down, it really comes back to this one simple but powerful idea. It's about changing your focus from chasing down little bits of paper to proactively tracking one of your most important assets, your fuel.
So the final question is pretty simple. After seeing how a digital system can eliminate fraud, make accounting a breeze, and give you complete visibility over your fleet, are you ready to finally take control?